Dear students, good morning. Today we discuss carrier concentration of intrinsic semiconductor. Today our topic is carrier concentration of intrinsic semiconductor. First, what is carrier concentration? That means carriers present in the unit volume. Carriers present per unit volume. The number of carriers present per unit volume is called the carrier concentration. In an intrinsic semiconductor, each broken leads to generation of two carriers, namely an electron and a hole. In an intrinsic semiconductor, each bond broken leads to generation of two carriers. Those are electrons and a hole. At any temperature T, the number of electrons is equal to the number of holes. In intrinsic semiconductor, holes and electrons are equal. Here we find first electron concentration. Here we find first electron concentration. Let n be the number of electrons per unit volume in the range, energy range E and E plus dE in the conduction band. In the conduction band, here we take two energy levels E and E plus dE. In those range, we take the number of electrons per unit volume, that is n of E dE. We obtain that value n of E dE, product of G of E dE, Fe of E. Here G of E dE is number of available electron states between E and E plus dE per unit volume of the material. Fe of E, probability that an electron occupies an energy state. Fe of E is probability that an electron occupies an energy state. So, this is the in between the range of energy levels E and E plus dE, those electrons per unit volume n of E dE. Here we find total electron concentration, that is small n is equal to, we obtain that value integrating the above value n of E dE. Integrating above value n of E dE. N is equal to integrating n of E dE. Here n of E dE is G of E dE Fe of E. We integrating this value, we obtain n is equal to 2 into 2 m star pi kBt by h square power 3 by 2 exponential minus Ec minus Ef by kBt. Here we take 2 into 2 m star pi kBt by h square power 3 by 2 as a constant, that is Nc, that is the pseudo constant, into e power minus Ec minus Ef by kBt. Next, we find the hole concentration, same as electron. The number of holes per unit volume of semiconductor in the energy range E and E plus dE in the valency band is P of E dE. So, P of E dE is equal to GH of E dE FH of E. P is the number of holes present in the valency per unit volume of the material is obtained integrating P of E dE. P is the number of holes present in the valency band per unit volume of the material is obtained by integrating this term. Integrating this term P of E dE. P of E dE is GH of E FH of E dE. Integrating this term, we obtain 2 into 2 mh star pi kBt by h square power 3 by 2 exponential minus Ef minus Ev by kBt. Here Ef means Fermi energy level, Ev is the valency band energy level at valency band. So, P is equal to Nb e power Ev minus Ef by kBt. Here Nv is the pseudo constant, that value is 2 into 2 m star h pi kBt by h square power 3 by 2. For an intrinsic semiconductor, carrier concentration intrinsic semiconductor carrier concentration we take as Ni. Ni is equal to N is equal to P. That means in intrinsic semiconductor, concentration of the electron is equal to concentration of the hole, that is equal to we take as a Ni. Here Ni square means Ni into Ni. In place of Ni, first we write N and Ni we write P. That means here both three are equal. So we find in the above expression N, that means electron concentration. That electron concentration is Nc e power Ef minus Ec by kBt, and hole concentration is Nv e power Ev minus Ef by kBt. Nc Nv e power Ef minus Ec plus Ev minus Ef by kBt. Here e power x into e power y, that means e power x plus y. So e power Ef minus Ec plus Ev minus Ef by kBt. Nc Nv e power Ef cancel, Ev minus Ec by kBt. Ev minus Ec, that means energy of conduction band minus energy of valency band is energy gap. So that is Eg. In place of Ev minus Ec, we write minus Eg. So Nc Nv e power minus Eg by kBt. Ni is equal to Nc Nv power, here Ni square, but here we want Ni only. Ni is the carrier concentration of intrinsic semiconductor. So this square become square root Nc Nv power half e power minus Eg by 2 kBt. Next topic, Fermi energy level of intrinsic semiconductor. Fermi energy level of intrinsic semiconductor. In intrinsic semiconductor, generally the Fermi energy level in between valency band and conduction band. We proved that is the Fermi energy level in between valency band and conduction band in intrinsic semiconductor. For that we take in intrinsic, we know already in intrinsic semiconductor N is equal to P. Here N is the concentration of electron and P is the concentration of the hole. So concentration of the electron is Nc e power Ef minus Ec by kBt, and concentration of the holes is Nv e power Ev minus Ef by kBt. We take that expressions in previous question. So Nv by Nc is equal to e power Ef minus Ec by kBt by e power Ev minus Ef by kBt. Here e power x by e power y, that means e power x minus y. So e power Ef minus Ec by minus e power Ef minus Ec minus Ev plus Ef by kBt. E power 2 Ef minus Ev plus Ec by kBt. Here we common the minus sign. So minus Ev plus Ec by kBt. Take log on both sides. Log Nv by Nc is equal to 2 Ef minus Ev plus Ec by kBt. 2 Ef minus Ev plus Ec is equal to kBt into log Nv by Nc. 2Ef is equal to kBt log Nv by Nc minus, here become plus Ev plus Ec. Ef is equal to half, this 2 comes this side, half 1 by 2 kBt log Nv by Nc plus half Ev plus Ec. Here we take Nv by Nc approximately 1. So Ef is equal to Ev plus Ec by 2. From this we said the Fermi energy level in an intrinsic semiconductor lies in the middle of the energy gap. Fermi energy level is independent of temperature in intrinsic semiconductor. This is the Fermi energy level of intrinsic semiconductor. Next we go to intrinsic conductivity. In intrinsic semiconductor, how the conductivity appear. So in this we take an intrinsic semiconductor to which a potential difference V is applied. We applied the potential difference V, it gives an electric field E, and the charge carriers are forced to drift. Due to that field, the charge carriers are forced to drift. The drift velocity acquired by the charge carriers is given by the drift velocity acquired by the charge carriers is given by Vd, that is the drift velocity. Drift velocity Vd is equal to mu e. Here mu is the mobility of charge carriers. If any charge carrier, that is the formula. Vd is equal to mu e. Let here we take Nb the concentration of the electrons, then the current density due to an electron. Here we take N is the concentration of the electron, then the current density due to an electron, Jn is equal to Ne Vd. This is the formula for current density. Already you know in intermediate, Jn is equal to Ne Vd. Ne Vd in place of Vd, that is the drift velocity. Drift velocity Vd in place of Vd you write mu n e. Here mu n is the mobility of charge carriers of electron. So in the same, Jp is equal to, Jp means current density due to of and holes. Jp is equal to Pe mu Pe. So we want total current density. So J is equal to Jn plus Jp. Here Jn Ne mu Ne, Jp Pe mu Pe. We common E N mu N plus P mu E. E. Here we take intrinsic semiconductor, that's why the hole concentration and electron concentration is equal to the intrinsic semiconductor concentration. That's why we take in place of N and P, we take Ni. So E into Ni mu N plus Ni mu P. Ni E, we common Ni value, Ni E mu N plus mu P. This is the current density only, but here we want conductivity. So conductivity is equal to current density by our applied field. That is the formula for conductivity. Conductivity sigma is equal to J by E. Here J is the current density and E is the applied field. So J is equal to Nie mu N plus mu P by E. Capital E, field E cancel. Next sigma is equal to Nie mu N plus mu P. Already we know in that expression Ni is equal to Nc Nv power half e power minus Eg by 2 kBt. 2 kBt, that is the intrinsic semiconductor carrier concentration, that is Ni. Ni value is Nc Nv power half e power minus Eg by 2 kBt, that is the Ni value. Next term small e mu N plus mu P. So sigma is equal to A into e power minus Eg by 2 kBt. Here we take A value Nc Nv power half E into mu N plus mu P, that is the constant. So in place of that value you write capital A. So sigma is the conductivity of intrinsic semiconductor. That expression for intrinsic semiconductor conductivity, sigma is equal to A e power minus Eg by 2 kBt. Next topic, energy band gap of intrinsic semiconductor. From the above expression we find the energy gap of intrinsic semiconductor. The sigma is equal to A e power minus Eg by 2 kBt. 1 by sigma is equal to rho. Here rho is the resistivity. Conductivity and resistivity both are inversely proportional to. So 1 by sigma is equal to rho, that is equal to 1 by A e power minus Eg by 2 kBt. 1 by A that value e power minus Eg by 2 kBt go to numerator, it becomes plus. So 1 by A e power plus Eg by 2 kBt. Rho is equal to, in place of 1 by A we take B e power Eg by 2 kBt. We take log on both sides, log rho is equal to log B plus Eg by 2 kBt. We plot a graph between log rho on y-axis and 1 by T temperature on x-axis. Slope gives, that slope is dy by dx, that slope gives Eg by 2 kb value, that slope dy by dx gives Eg by 2 kb. From this, Eg is equal to 2 kb dy by dx. This is the energy gap in intrinsic semiconductor. Conductivity sigma is equal to A e power minus Eg by 2 kBt. Energy gap is equal to 2 kb dy by dx. Next topic, law of mass action. What is the law of mass action? The product of majority and minority carriers. What is majority carriers, minority carriers? In an extrinsic semiconductor, we have two types extrinsic semiconductor, p type semiconductor and n type semiconductor. In n type semiconductor, majority carriers are electrons. In p type semiconductor, holes are the majority carriers. If n type we take, electrons are majority but minority are holes. The product of majority and minority carrier concentration in an extrinsic semiconductor at a particular temperature is equal to the square of intrinsic carrier concentration at that temperature. Suppose we take the product of extrinsic semiconductor majority carriers and minority carriers concentration product is equal to intrinsic concentration square, that is the law of mass action. Law of mass action means product of majority and minority carrier concentration is equal to the square of intrinsic carrier concentration. Okay. For n type, we take n type semiconductor. N type semiconductor. N type semiconductor, what are the majority carriers? Electrons. Minority carriers? Holes. So those two product is equal to intrinsic carrier concentration. For p type semiconductor, Pp. In p type semiconductor, majority carriers are holes, minority carriers electrons. Those two product is equal to intrinsic carrier concentration. The law suggests that the addition of impurities to an intrinsic semiconductor, if you add the impurities to an intrinsic semiconductor, increases the concentration of one type of carrier, which consequently becomes majority carrier. When you are adding the impurities, that is the doping, we give the impurities to the material, that intrinsic semiconductor, one carrier concentration increases, another carrier concentration decreases. Which increases, that is called the majority carrier. Simultaneously, which decreases, that is the minority carrier. This is the law of mass action. Mainly law of mass action means product of majority carrier and minority carrier is equal to the concentration of intrinsic carrier concentration. This is 2 marks question, very important question. Next topic, carrier concentration in extrinsic semiconductor. In previously we discussed carrier concentration in intrinsic semiconductor. Here we discuss in extrinsic semiconductor carrier concentrations. We also said that carrier concentration, charge densities. What is it? Charge densities in n type and p type semiconductor. The number of charge carriers present per unit volume of a semiconductor material is called carrier concentration. The number of charge carriers present per unit volume of the semiconductor material is called the carrier concentration. The material will be electrically neutral. The material will be electrically neutral if it N plus Na minus is equal to P plus Nd plus. Na minus, here N is the concentration of the electron, Na minus is the acceptor ions, P is the concentration of the hole, Nd plus is the donor ion. The total negative charge due to the conduction electron and acceptor ions is equal to the holes and donor ions in unit volume of the material. This is the charge neutrality equation. Charge neutrality equation is the total negative charge due to conduction electrons and acceptor ions is equal to holes and donor ions in unit volume of the material. This is the charge neutrality equation. From this equation we apply n-type material. There are no acceptor atoms. There is no acceptor ions or atoms. So Na minus is equal to 0. So the above neutrality equation become small n is equal to P plus Nd plus. Here N approximately equal to Nd plus, P much less than Nd plus. That's why here N approximately equal to Nd plus. At room temperature, the free electron concentration is almost equal to the donor atom. At room temperature, the free electron concentration is almost equal to the donor atoms. So Nn means n-type. In n-type, electron concentration. In n-type semiconductors, there is a electrons and holes. So electron concentration Nn approximately equal to Nd. The hole concentration in n-type semiconductor is N. We find the hole concentration. The above is electron concentration. Nn approximately equal to Nd. The hole concentration. So we find the hole concentration. We take the law of mass action. What is law of mass action? Product of electron and majority carriers and minority carriers. In n-type semiconductor, majority carriers are electrons, minority carriers are holes. So Nn Pn is equal to Ni square. From Pn is equal to Ni square by Nn. That is equal to Ni square by Nd. Ni square by Nd. That is the electron hole concentration in n-type semiconductor. Here we take p-type semiconductor. There are no donor atoms. So we take Nd plus is equal to 0. We apply this to the continuity equation. Charge equation N plus Nn minus is equal to P. N plus Na minus is equal to P. Na minus approximately equal to P, where N much less than N of A. At room temperature, Pp, that means hole concentration in p-type semiconductor, approximately equal to acceptor atom. So the electron concentration in p-type material is Np into Pp is equal to Ni square. Np is equal to Ni square by Pp. That means Ni square by Pp approximately equal to Na. So we take Ni square by Na. So in p-type semiconductor, the whole concentration is equal to approximately equal to acceptor atoms, and electron concentration is equal to Ni square by Na. This is the extrinsic semiconductor carrier concentration. Next topic, extrinsic Fermi energy level in extrinsic semiconductor. In intrinsic semiconductor, the Fermi energy level in between conduction band and valence band. But in extrinsic semiconductor, how the Fermi energy level we know. First we take n-type semiconductor. N-type semiconductor means when a pentavalent impurities is added to the crystal, it creates an extra electrons without any new holes. This impurities introduces a new energy level into the energy band. So mathematically, that means in n-type semiconductor, n-type semiconductor means we are adding the pentavalent impurities. We are adding the pentavalent impurities to the intrinsic semiconductor, it become a n-type semiconductor. That means extra electrons are introduced. Okay. Next, density of ionized donor atoms is equal to the Nd. A donor atom's density is Nd. The density of electrons in the conduction band is approximately equal to the donor atom. Density of the electrons approximately equal to, that means carrier concentration is equal to approximately equal to donor atoms. So N approximately Nd. Here we already know carrier concentration of electron concentration is 2 into 2 pi me star kbt by h square 3 by 2 e power ef minus ec by kbt, that is equal to Nd. Nd is the density of ionized donor atom. Nc by here that value is Nc e power ef minus ec by kbt is equal to Nd. So Nc by Nd is equal to e power ec minus ef by kbt. Take log on both sides. Nc by Nd is equal to log e power ec minus ef by kbt. ec minus ef is equal to kbt log Nc by Nd. Ef is equal to ec minus kbt log Nc by Nd. From the above expression, we said in n-type semiconductor, Fermi level lies just below the conduction band. In n-type semiconductor, Fermi energy level lies just below the conduction band. So next we go to p-type semiconductor. P-type semiconductor means when we are adding the trivalent impurities. That's why in p-type semiconductor holes are majority carriers. So conduction band is less than the concentration of holes in the valency band. So mathematically, the ionized acceptor atoms density is Na. The ionized acceptor atoms density of ionized acceptor atoms is Na. The density of holes in the valency band is approximately equal to the acceptor atoms density. So P approximately equal to Na. Here P is the concentration of the holes, so that is Nv e power Ev minus Ef by kBt, that is equal to Na. Nv by Na is equal to e power Ef minus Ev by kBt. Taking log on both sides, log Nv by Na is equal to e power Ef minus Ev by kBt. Ef minus Ev is equal to kBt log Nv by Na. Ef is equal to Ev plus kBt log Nv by Na. In n-type, from the above equation, we said in p-type semiconductor, Fermi level lies just above the valency band. The Fermi energy level in p-type semiconductor just above the valency band. What is the effect of temperature in that Fermi energy level? When temperature increases, the n-type and p-type semiconductor changes to the intrinsic semiconductor. When you increase the temperature, the n-type semiconductor and p-type semiconductor changes as a intrinsic semiconductor. This is the Fermi energy level in a n-type and p-type semiconductor. Thank you.